Can you actually grow money, like literally plant it and watch it sprout? Because, let's be honest, that would be amazing. But since Dollar Trees don't exactly grow in our backyards, we've got to get creative. The good news is, you don't need to be rich to start building wealth. You just need to understand a few insanely simple tricks that most people either ignore or never learn. And guess what? We're breaking them down today, one by one. Welcome to Financioscope, the channel that makes money talk feel less like a math class and more like your favorite life hack podcast. Whether you're 14 and saving your first paycheck from a summer job, or 34 and trying to finally stop living paycheck to paycheck, you're in the right place. Now let's get into the 11 simple ways to grow money. And stick around, because number 10 and number 11 are things you can literally set up in under 15 minutes. Let's kick this off with the truth no one tells you. Number 1. The lazy investor's best friend. Index funds. Okay, so here's the deal. Most people think growing money means either getting a high-paying job or starting a business that magically takes off. And sure, those help. But there's a much easier, quieter path. Index fund investing. What is that? Think of it as a basket full of stocks. Not just one, not just 5, but hundreds. When you invest in an index fund, you're not betting on one company. You're betting on the whole market, or at least a huge part of it. You've probably heard of the S&P 500. That's an index made up of 500 of the biggest companies in the US. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. When you buy into an S&P 500 index fund, you own a tiny slice of all of them. Why is this a money-growing machine? Because historically, the S&P 500 has averaged returns of about 7 to 10% per year after inflation. That means if you put in $1,000 and forget about it, it could turn into around $2,000 in 10 years, $4,000 in 20 years, and keep compounding from there. And here's the best part, you don't have to do anything. You invest. You leave it. You check back in a few years. That's why people call it the lazy investor's dream. Apps like Fidelity, Vanguard, and Charles Schwab make it easy. You don't even need a broker or fancy financial advisor. The earlier you start, the more insane the growth becomes. Time is your greatest money multiplier. If you're not already investing in index funds, even just $10 a week, you're leaving thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, on the table. Number 2, turn your hobby into a cash flow machine. Alright, let's say investing isn't your vibe just yet. You want something more hands-on. Here's a wild idea. Turn what you already love into something that pays you. No, this doesn't mean quitting your job and becoming a full-time YouTuber overnight, but it does mean looking at your hobbies: music, writing, photography, gaming, sports, baking, crocheting, literally anything, and asking, how can I make just a little money doing this? Let's take gaming. There are kids making $100 to $1,000 or more a month streaming on Twitch. Not with millions of followers, but with a loyal little community. Same with YouTube or TikTok. If you're consistent and authentic, it grows. Into baking? Start with custom cupcakes or cookies for birthdays. A dozen here, a party there, and suddenly your grocery bill is being covered by your hobby. Love taking photos? Do mini sessions for people's pets? Or shoot graduation pics for $75 a session? You don't need to be a pro, just better than an iPhone. If you're creative and willing to put in a little effort, your hobby doesn't just bring you joy, it brings you cash. And bonus, money you earn from your passion feels way better than money from a job you don't love. Number 3, the $5 a day investment hack that works. People think you need big bucks to invest. But what if I told you that just $5 a day could make you a millionaire? Sounds fake, isn't. Here's how it works. If you invest $5 a day, so that's $150 a month, into a low-cost index fund like the ones we just talked about, and you average 10% annual returns, over 40 years, you'll end up with over $900,000. That's right, under $1 million from coffee money. Let's do some super basic math just to prove the point. $5 a day is $1,825 per year. Invested over 40 years, that's just $73,000 of your own money. The rest? That's the magic of compounding. Your money making money and then that money making more money. If you start young, this can completely change your life. Even if you're older, it's still a massive game changer. The key is to start and be consistent. Apps like Acorns, Stash, or Robinhood let you invest small amounts, even automate it so it happens without you thinking about it. Set it. Forget it. Watch it grow. And here's a bonus tip. Automate your investments right after payday. That way, you don't even miss the money. It's like paying your future self first. $5, one burger, one Starbucks drink. That's all it takes to start. Number 4. High interest savings, free money. Okay, real talk. Most people's savings accounts suck, like, actually suck. Your bank might be giving you 0.01% interest. That's like putting your money in a glass box and watching it slowly disappear thanks to inflation. But what if your savings could actually grow on their own, without investing in stocks, without any risk? Enter high-yield savings accounts. These are bank accounts that pay way more interest, like 4% to 5% annually. That means if you have $1,000 saved, you could earn around $40 to $50 a year just for keeping it there. And no, that's not going to make you rich, but it's free money, and it adds up. Let's say you keep your emergency fund or vacation savings in a high-yield account instead of a regular one. Over a few years, that extra interest could pay for your next trip, or help cover an unexpected car repair. And unlike investing in stocks, there's no risk of losing your money. Banks like Ally, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, and Discover offer high-yield savings accounts with no monthly fees and no minimums. There are even online-only banks with better rates and faster transfers. Here's the bottom line. If your savings aren't growing, you're basically giving your bank free money. They're lending it out and making interest while you get crumbs. Don't be loyal to a bank that's not working for you. Move your savings to a high-yield account and let your money do a little work for you while you sleep. Ready to make your money work even harder? Up next, we're diving into the world of credit card rewards, side hustles that actually work, and the mind-blowing power of compound interest. Seriously, number 6 and number 7 are where things get exciting. And don't worry, we'll keep it simple, fun, and totally doable for anyone, even if you've never touched a spreadsheet in your life. Let's keep growing. Number 5, cashback and rewards. The free money strategy. Let's talk about one of the easiest, sneakiest ways to grow your money without doing anything extra, cashback. Now hold up. I'm not saying go out and rack up debt on a credit card. That's the opposite of what we're trying to do. But if you're already spending money on groceries, gas, or even your Netflix subscription, you might as well get paid for it. Here's how it works. Many credit cards offer cash back between 1% and 5% on everyday purchases. That means every time you swipe your card, you're getting a tiny chunk of that money right back. Spend $500 a month on your card, that's potentially $25 back. Over a year, that's $300 in free money, just for using the right card. Now the catch, you have to pay off the full balance every month. If you carry a balance and get hit with 20% interest, you're throwing away more money than you're earning. Treat your card like a debit card. Spend only what you already have. Set it to auto-pay from your bank account. And here's a pro move. Combine this with cashback browser extensions like Rakuten or Honey. Shopping online, they'll find you coupons and even send you checks in the mail. There's nothing like the thrill of earning $100 in cash back without lifting a finger. This isn't about gaming the system. It's about playing smart with the tools already in front of you. Number 6. Side hustles that actually work. Side hustles are not just a trend, they're a whole lifestyle shift. And no, we're not talking about selling mystery lotions to your Facebook friends or filling out surveys for 12 cents. We're talking about real, repeatable, profitable side hustles you can do with knowledge you already have, or can learn fast. Here are 3 side hustles that are crushing it. First, freelancing online. You can write, design, do voiceovers, edit video, build websites, run social media, you name it. Sites like Fiverr, Upwork, and Freelancer connect you with people literally looking to pay you. Don't have experience? Offer your services at a discount to get your first few clients. Do great work, get reviews, raise your rates. Second, print-on-demand stores. If you can use Canva, you can design t-shirts, mugs, tote bags, and journals. You upload a design to sites like Redbubble, Teespring, or Etsy, and they handle the printing, shipping, and customer service. You just collect the profits. And third, digital products. PDF planners, resume templates, budget sheets, ebooks. Once you create it, it can sell over and over again, no extra work. A side hustle that brings in $500 a month could be the difference between just getting by and actually building wealth. And here's the mindset shift. You don't need it to be huge right away. Just one small income stream, even if it's $50 a week, starts changing how you feel about money. You feel more in control, more confident. And that momentum, that's priceless. Number 7, the power of compound interest, also known as money magic. Okay, this one's so powerful it deserves its own spotlight. Albert Einstein supposedly called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Why? Because it turns small, regular actions into massive results. Here's what it means. Compound interest is when your interest earns interest. Then that interest earns interest. Over time, your money starts to snowball. Let's say you invest $1,000 at 10% interest per year. Year 1, you earn $100, so you have $1,100. Year 2, you earn $110. Year 3, you earn $121. And it just keeps growing, faster and faster. After 10 years, your $1,000 turns into $2,594. After 20 years, $6,727. After 30 years, $17,449. After 40 years, $45,259, all from a one-time investment of $1,000. That's why starting early is way more important than starting big. The earlier you start, even with small amounts, the more time compound interest has to do its magic. This applies to savings accounts, investments, retirement plans, basically anywhere your money can earn more money. So remember, every dollar you invest today is future you's best friend. Number 8, budgeting without feeling broke. Let's dispel this misconception. Budgeting is not punishment. It's not about restriction or guilt or telling yourself you can't have your iced coffee anymore. Budgeting is about telling your money where to go, before it disappears. Without a budget, your money's just wandering around getting into trouble. With a budget, every dollar has a job. It's organized, it's working for you. But here's the key, your budget should include fun. Yep, fun money is a line item. Want to spend $100 on games, clothes, or sushi every month? Great, budget for it. When you plan your spending, you stop feeling guilty about it. And that changes everything. There are apps that make this super easy. YNAB, you need a budget. EveryDollar and Mint are great places to start. You don't need to track every single penny. Just track the big stuff. What's coming in, what's going out, and where you can save or shift things around. Most people don't have a money problem. They have a visibility problem. Budgeting gives you clarity, and clarity equals control. Number 9, real estate without buying a house. Think real estate is only for rich people who can drop $50,000 on a down payment? Think again. You can invest in real estate without ever owning property, fixing toilets, or even stepping inside a house. How? Through REITs, real estate investment trusts. REITs are companies that own or finance real estate, like malls, apartment buildings, or office towers. When you invest in a REIT, you're buying a tiny slice of that real estate. And guess what? They pay out profits to shareholders. That means you earn income passively, just by owning a REIT. You can buy them through apps like Robinhood, Public, or M1 Finance, just like you would a regular stock. Some even pay dividends every month. Let's say you invest $500 in a REIT that pays 4% annually. That's $20 a year in passive income, without lifting a finger. As you invest more and reinvest your earnings, it grows. You get exposure to the real estate market without the risk and hassle of being a landlord. It's one of the most underrated wealth-building tools out there. Number 10. Automation equals wealth on autopilot. Ever forget to save money? Or mean to invest, but never get around to it? That's where automation becomes your best friend. Automating your finances is like putting your wealth-building strategy on cruise control. You set it up once and it runs in the background, rain or shine. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Automate your savings. Have your paycheck direct deposit into 2 accounts, one for spending, one for saving. Even just $50 per paycheck into savings adds up fast. Step 2. Automate your investing. Apps like Betterment, Wealthfront, and even your regular brokerage account let you set automatic investments into index funds or ETFs. Pick an amount, maybe $100 every 2 weeks, and let it run. Step 3. Automate your bills. No more late fees, no more stress, just peace of mind. And if you want to take it next level, automate your budget alerts. Have your app send you a notification when you go over a spending category. The more you automate, the fewer decisions you have to make, and fewer decisions equals more consistency. Consistency is what builds wealth, not big wins, just steady, boring, automatic progress. So set it up once, and future, you will send you a thank you card. Number 11, invest in yourself. It pays the highest return. We've talked about stocks, savings, real estate, automation, but the most powerful money-growing tool you will ever have, you. When you invest in your own education, health, and mindset, you multiply your earning power. Forever. Here's what that could look like. Take a course on copywriting and land freelance gigs worth $500 each. Learn how to use AI tools and get hired to automate business workflows. Read books on communication and start crushing interviews and job promotions. Even something as simple as improving your time management or productivity can lead to massive financial returns. Why? Because the more valuable you are, the more the world pays you. And investing in yourself doesn't have to cost much. YouTube, podcasts, library books, free online courses. There's a ton of value out there if you're hungry for it. And here's the wild part. Everything you build compounds over time, just like money does. So whether it's learning to code, speak a new language, start a blog, or sell online, your brain is the ultimate asset. Feed it, challenge it, stretch it. That's how you grow. That's how your money grows too. Alright, quick recap. You just learned 11 simple, proven, doable ways to grow your money. From index funds to side hustles, budgeting to real estate, and even how to invest in the most important asset of all, yourself. This isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about getting a little bit richer, a little bit smarter every single day. So here's your challenge. Pick just one of these strategies and start this week. Not next month, not someday. This week. Set up a high-yield savings account. Start a $5 a day investment. Open that Fiverr profile. Automate your paycheck. Watch it grow. Your future self will be so glad you did. If you got value from this video, help us out. Hit that like button, subscribe to Financioscope, and tap the bell so you never miss a money move that can change your life. And check the other videos we think you'll love. Let's grow together.